How you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Today I'm going to take a look at DC Comics, The Books of Magic. This is written by Neil Gaimen. This particular issue is written by John Bolton. It's a 4-issue prestige format comic. As you can see, mine's all beat up. I don't know what happened. I got some water damage, so I'm going to be getting another one. But it's a prestige 4-issue series. The second issue is illustrated by Scott Hampton, and the third book by Charlie Vess, and the fourth book by Paul Johnson. Just phenomenal artwork. And what it is it's exploring DC's magic through the eyes of a newcomer. They originally went with they asked J.M. DeMatteis, who I think would have been a perfect choice, and he turned it down, and then they got Neil Gaiman. So they basically asked Neil Gaiman to do this. So here we have like young Timothy Hunter. He's a 12-year-old boy. And he lives under the steps in his house in England with his step family or foster family, and they're cruel to him. And these wizards show up and tell him that he is a wizard. Sound familiar? Yes. And what year is this? Book 1, 1990. So it came out before Harry Potter. And people were asking Neil Gaiman, are you going to sue Rowling for stealing your ideas? And he said, no, it's an English trope. You know, the kid who lives under the steps and, you know, he's King Arthur or he's a magician and stuff like that. So he said, you know, they all stole from the same or drank from the same well. So here the trench coat brigade, as they jokingly call themselves. So you got the Phantom Stranger, Mr. E, Dr. Occult, and John Constantine. You know, they're all magicians. They're all strange magic users, and they team up to train this kid in his. He has this like innate understanding of magic, and this is Mr. E wants to kill him because he's afraid that he's gonna turn bad or whatever. So the other three outrule him, and they said, we're gonna train him. So here he is, little kid, you know, gets approached by grown men in trench coats, and you know, of course he doesn't trust them. But I'm not going to go through the whole story. But here's the owl. He turns his yo-yo into an owl, so the kid even has a magic owl. I mean, you can't get more Harry Potter than this. So this is, you know, when the Harry Potter movies came out, they tried to distance Tim Hunter from Harry Potter, and they kind of made it like a little more adult, like he was a little older and he was picking up girls. I don't know, I didn't like that direction. But this first book deals with the past. So here it is, like the fall, the angels, and you know, magic is created, the earth is being formed. So that's what the Phantom Stranger is doing. He's prehistory, Atlantis, the fall, people rising. It's a pretty good story. Humanity's rising, and you know, shamans and stuff. I'm going fast because his ancient Egypt, ancient Japan, the Greeks. This book just wants to close, so it's hard to do. So he's learning all this, and now he's meeting like King Arthur and Merlin, and the Druids. There's Arthur. It's just a great story. I gotta reread this. This was a lot of fun. This 4-issue series. So this is the Phantom Stranger again. Now he's in the medieval time with witchcraft and Satan worship and the fears and Stonehenge. And of course, where would magic be in DC without the helmet of Dr. Fate? And one thing I didn't like, well, I'll talk about it after that. So here he is. He's meeting Zatanna's father, Zatanna. Now he's Sargon. This book is driving me crazy. It's just water damage. I gotta order another copy. And now he makes it to and now the next issue is going to be John Constantine walking him through the present. Look how beat up this is. This is just I normally don't care if a comic gets a little too beat up, but this is just water damage. This issue is called The Invisible Lantern. The Invisible Labyrinth, I'm sorry. And the next issue is The Shadow World. And it's John Constantine takes Tim Hunter around into the present. The book 3, it's The Land of Summer's Twilight. that he's taken to Fairy, Gemworld, Scartus, and King Arthur's Camelot, and Hell, another mystic realm with Dr. Occult. So, and then the last issue, book 4, he travels to a possible future with Mr. E. And Timothy Hunter decides, yes, he wants to learn magic. Then this was taken really well. This was a big hit. And it goes to an ongoing series. And my only problem with the ongoing series is they took DC characters and then they put it in Vertigo, and there was this wall between Vertigo was a sub imprint of DC. So you had DC Comics, and then within, you know, if you make like a Venn diagram, you had DC Comics, and then inside was Vertigo. And Vertigo, nothing came in. Well, things went in, but nothing came out. So you had like Swamp Thing and Constantine Hellblazer, Tim Hunter and the Books of Magic, The Dreaming, and Sandman. A lot of the stuff came out of DC proper, went into Vertigo, and then stayed there. I wanted a little bit of more permeable barrier so that things could go back and forth. And then I unfortunately got what I wanted, and you know, they kind of they lessened a little bit of the Vertigo, and to me it kind of weakened the brand. But I think a little like Timothy Hunter coming out of the Vertigo and guest starring in a good story wouldn't have been too bad, but whatever. They kind of diluted what Vertigo was. So be careful what you wish for. So I really liked the Books of Magic, the 4-issue series. I love this. The first Books of Magic ongoing series was really great, and then it was canceled, and I think it was brought back as Tim Hunter, and then it was just Hunter. And they, like I said, once Harry Potter got a little popular, I think they should have, because this predated Harry Potter, so I think they should have just went with it, you know, and embraced it. It would have sold more comics, if you ask me. Instead, they went more of like an adulty, you know, having sex and meeting girls kind of thing, which, you know, I know it's Vertigo, they could do that, but I don't know. It ultimately failed, so there you go. But I really liked it. I enjoyed the hell out of the Books of Magic. It was a really good, really interesting series. Neil Gaiman, you know, is a genius writer. And I think they should have... They said he was introduced to the magic of the DC universe, and I think it was a mistake to wall him away from the DC universe. So I think, you know, a little selective storytelling and interaction with the rest of the comics would have been good. And now he's unheard of. Nobody knows Tim Hunter anymore. You know, it was a 90s thing, and now he's gone. You know, when was the last time Tim Hunter showed up in a comic? When was the last time he was relevant? When was the last time people... Because I think this Vertigo wall hurt the character. But you could get this in a collected edition with a nice forward and a beautiful cover. It's worth it. It's a really good, fun read. So there you go. This is the Books of Magic by Neil Gaiman. The first issue is by John Bolton. And like I said, every issue is a different artist. And there's 4 issues in this series. There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you for spending time with me. And hope you, you know, enjoyed my I'm stumbling today with my voice. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoy my channel, and I hope you recommend it to somebody else. Thank you very much. Bye bye.